We have very little information, very little fact, a lot of theory, but not a lot of factual documented data that proves David Crowley is guilty. And the more that you look at it, the more that you break it down, the more you see there really isn't anything tying David to this double murder-suicide. So why are they assuming so quickly? Right now we're at the point where they're pretty much done with the whole case. The police are not interested in reopening it. They have no wish to reopen this case or to re-examine it. They just sounds like they're done. They're happy with it, and that's it. And they are moving on. Unless public pressure, unless people can put pressure on them to reopen this case, that's where it really stands. The problem you have is with the family, is with the family not cooperating to say there's something wrong here. Or maybe the family has seen more than what we've seen. I highly doubt it, but it's possible. I don't think they have. I don't think they've seen more than the public has seen. I just don't understand why they believe David Crowley is guilty. That's been the biggest challenge here. The DNA, the blood, all of those tests do not show conclusively that David Crowley did anything. And really, with a lot of the stuff, including the gun, I think, it's like there's nothing there that ties David Crowley to it. You have one instance. I mean, there's so many different things like that. And all of that was done months later after the whole, I mean, we're talking about within 24 hours, they're accusing David Crowley as guilty. These tests that come in that show that he's not don't come in until several months later, until June. The bodies are found in January. These test results start coming in around June. The case is closed by, I think, August. And that's it. And they close the whole case because they can't find proof that anybody else but David did this. At the same time, they can't find any evidence. They provide us with no evidence that David Crowley did this. They want to have it both ways.
Investigation there, Greg?
The lead investigator would have been Jim Gummert, but really it goes higher than Jim Gummert. It goes to the police captain, and it goes to the police chief. They're really the ones who make that final call. Even though Jim Gummert is the face of this case, he's not the final word. He's not the final say. He still has to do and go with whatever he's told. And within 24 hours of the bodies being found, the police captain is already treating this as a double murder-suicide. At that point, it is almost impossible for anybody to discredit that or to go against that, especially when you're talking about this case. When you're talking about a case that is surrounded with conspiracies, this movie that was made by this guy that they think had all these conspiracy theories, all of that stuff, it makes it very easy for them. And they were going to film it and put it out. Yeah. I mean, it was almost like it is. Yeah.
Well, I was just saying, that does smack of a open shut, let's shut up, not talk about it. Now, I put this in a message to you, but these kinds of things can go beyond even the local department. There may have been a missive sent them that said, drop this case. Now, I won't say where that would have come from. I did to you personally. But those kinds of things can have impact to where it seems odd that they're just going, ignore that. And this may have something to do with what he was producing or working on, directing in his project. And that seems like it could tie into it there.
Well, yeah. And if he was taking this movie into a spiritual realm, if he was finally getting there and finally going there, oh yeah, I can definitely see that. I can definitely see them taking him out. I don't see them taking him out because he's writing a script about, about our government taking over and blah, 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 and
I don't think
unconstitutional things. But if it's a more spiritual thing, yeah, I can definitely see that. I can definitely see that, because you're gonna piss off a lot of people that helped him get to where he was, that aren't Christians, that aren't followers.